Hi all, welcome back. Today I'm going to perform a small video on how to configure the active standby or active passive in Palo Alto Firewall. Okay, and this is my small topology. In that I have a edge router, and this is edge switch. I have two firewalls, which is completely new. And this is my inside, and this is DMG zone, and this is my outside. That's about the IP schema. This is my IP schema for firewall 1. In this ETH1/1, that is connected to outside interface, which is having a 192.168.100.2 IP address, and ETH1/2, that is my inside, which is having a 192.168.2.100, and ETH1/3, this is having a 192.168.3.100. so this is three interfaces. And ETH1/4, which is having for 1.1.1.1 the /24, which is for the control link, HA. Suppose if you want to talk about HA, this HA link used for the exchange of hellos and heartbeats and HA state information, and it is also used for the management plane synchronization for routing and user ID, and it is a layer 3 interface. And when we talk about ETH1/5, that is a control link backup or HA1. For that we are assigning IP address of 2.2.2.1, and ETH1/6, that is a layer 2. We call it as a data link or HA2. Basically, HA2 used for synchronization of sessions, forwarding tables, and IPsec security associations, and it is also used for the ARP table between PA firewalls in this pair, in HA pair. Before proceeding further, we will talk about the HA prerequisites. So prerequisite will be when we are setting a high availability or active passive yeah, on firewall, and both the firewalls needs to be in a pair firewalls, like it should be have a same model. Same model in the sense, in this example I am having a 9.1 version, PA 9.1 version, and it should be a same version, same model, and same type of interface. So I have assigned the same type of interface here, ETH1/1, and here also ETH1/2 for inside zone, ETH1/3 for DMZ zone, and this is my management server. And also when we are configuring HA in HA, so we should assign the static IP address. So right now when we boot up, once my PA is up and running, so it will take the management interface as a DHCP. So later we will change that to static IP address, because without static IP address it will not work. And licenses are unique to each firewall, and it cannot be shared between the firewalls. Same setup required. And this is all about the kind of a prerequisites. So without ado, so let's start the firewall and configure the exchange. Okay, so first what we will do is, first we will configure the okay, first we will configure this one firewall, and once after that, then only we will move to the second firewall. And once after that everything is done, then we will create a rule in first firewall, and we will sync the configuration with the firewall 2. This is the game plan. So So when I double click, so I got the IP address as 192.168.238.218, that is the DHCP, and log in with admin, and now change the password. Now log in with the password admin and admin123. Okay, and this will be the login dashboard, and go to the network. Okay, go to the devices, and okay, go to the network, and first what we will do is first we will create the management interface management, and ping profile. This is for the connect testing purpose, so I will only check with the ping, and go to the zones. I will create 3 zones. One is inside, and type should be a layer 3, and one is outside, and type should be a layer 3, and one is DMZ, and type should be a layer 3. Click on OK, and go to the interface, and in 1/1 is outside, 1/2 is inside, 1/3 is DMZ. First we will configure 1/1 outside, type layer 3, and the router is by default, and security zone is outside. IP4 is 192.168.100.2/24. Go to the advanced and assign the ping profile management profile, and it 1/2. This is inside, and type should be interface type should be a layer 3 virtual router default, and select the inside. IPv4 is 192.168.1.100 with a /24. Let me recheck the IP address. Sorry, it's a 2.100. And go to the advanced and assign the management profile with a ping profile, and go to the 1/3, which is 3.100, which is DMZ, and type is a layer 3, and virtual router is default, and security zone is DMZ. IPv4 is 192.168.3.100 with a /24, and advanced. Go to the advanced and assign the ping profile. Okay. So we have done the, as of now we have created an interface management and created a 3 zones and assigned the IP address to the 3 interfaces. Okay, now in 1/4 and 1/5, 1/6 and 1/7 we will, these are all part of HA. So what we will do is we will go to the 1/4, and type should be HA, interface type as HA, and click on OK, and it 1/5 type is HA, and click on OK. it 1/6 interface type as HA, click on OK. Ethernet 1/7 type is HA, click on OK. So we have configured the 1/4 to till 1/7 as HA, and now we will commit the changes in firewall 1. Similarly we will do it in HA firewall 2 as well. I got the confirmation configuration is committed successfully. I can close this one. Actually I missed one part. So one in management interface is configured as a DHCP. So now we will configure that one as a static one. Go to the device setup. In interface. Go to the interface, and here is the management interface. Okay, instead of DHCP, select the static and assign the same IP address, that is 192.168.238.218/24 subnet mask, and default gateway is 192.168.238.2. In my case it's a 238.2, and you need to check in your case what will be the default gateway. So click on OK and commit the changes. Okay, so meanwhile we'll go to the firewall 2, and the firewall 2 IP address is 192.168.238.230, and in firewall 1 I will change the host name as EA-PM, so EA-FW-01. This will be the host name. And HTTPS 238.230. This is SSL warning. Click on advanced and click to proceed. And default username is admin and password is admin. Okay, so first in first, so what we will do is go to the device and go to the setup and go to the interface and change the DHCP IP address to the static IP. Okay, the static IP address is 192.168.238.230 with a /24 subnet mask, and default gateway is 192.168.238.2. Click on OK. So in here I will not configure all the interfaces, only I will configure the HA interfaces, which is 1/4, 1/5, 1/6 and 1/7, because when I am doing a synchronization, right, so automatically the configuration will sync to the firewall 2. Now I will change the host name. It's a PA-FW-02. This is my second firewall. And go to the network and go to the interface Ethernet, and select Ethernet 1/4, and interface type should be a HA. Click on OK and go to the Ethernet 1/5 and select the interface type as HA. Click on OK. Ethernet 1/6, type should be a HA, interface type should be HA, and Ethernet 1/7 and type should be HA. Okay, commit the changes. Here also we will commit the changes because we have changed the firewall host name, so it will here top it will reflect PA-FW-01 and here PA-FW-02. These changes should be reflecting once after completion of successful changes. Okay, for firewall 1 configuration committed successfully, click on close and refresh the page, and you can see here PA-FW-01 for firewall 1, and here also configuration committed successfully. Click on that and refresh it. Okay, now what we will do is we will configure the group configurations. So go to the device, high availability for firewall 1, and once you go to that, in general, this is the setup, and click on this setup, and in the setup we can see enable HA. Yes, I want to enable the HA. There will be a group ID, so you can provide a group ID 1 to 63. so in this case I will provide a group ID, anything like any you want to give, any 5, 10, anything. So I will go with the 50 something. Okay, so you can provide any description like so this is mention HA active config. Okay, so I want to make it as a mode as an active passive, means one will be active, another will be a passive one, or this is active in the sense both the files will be active, act as a active. So in this case I will go with the active passive and enable config sync. Yes, I want to enable the config sync. Peer HA IP address, peer HA IP address in the sense this peer IP address. In this case I have a 1.1.1. that is it1/4 of firewall 2, that is 1.1.1.2 and 2.2.2.2 backup peer IP address. Okay, click on OK. And coming to the next one, active passive settings. So in the active passive link state shutdown or auto, so I want to make it as auto. And election settings, how the election should be happen. So in the in the firewall, like in suppose if you have a device priority is 100 and another device priority as a 50, so the lowest number will be taken as an active one. So in this case I want to make it as a firewall one as an active one, so I will mention as a 50. And when it comes to preemptive is nothing but suppose once we enable this preemption option, so whoever having a higher priority, so that will become active. Suppose once the failover happens, once then secondary becomes a primary. Once the primary is up and running, once if the preemption is enabled, then again the first device will become a active device, primary device. Okay, and heartbeat backup, and this is for the heartbeat backup. So if you want to have heartbeat backup settings, so then click this and HA timer settings, recommended, aggressive and advanced. I will go with the by default recommended one. And now we will go to the control link, that is HA1. Click on that. So HA1 for how to suppose if you want to which port needs to be used for the control link one. So in my case I have a 1/4 and 1/5 for control link and control backup. So if you see here, I have a 1/1 as a control link and 1/5 as a control link backup. So I will select the 1/4 and IP address is, what IP address I have given, 1.1.1, correct. And the net mask is, it's a /24/255/255/255.0, and there is no any need of gateway. And this will be the monitor hold time, this will be a millisecond 3000. Click on OK. And control link backup, and which interface port will be 1/5. IP address is 2.2.2.1 and net mask is 224/24/255/255.0, and there is no need of gateway. Click on OK. And it's a data link HA2 backup, and here in this case you can provide only simply a interface, no need of IP address and net mask for this. And the transport is over Ethernet. Click on OK. And HA backup 2 is, it's 1/7, and click on OK. So we have configured active passive settings, election settings, and control link and data link details, and click on commit. Similarly we will do it in firewall 2. Go to the close one and device and high availability, and click on the gearbox, and enable the HA. So group ID is 15 and description as HA. I can mention as a passive or standby config, and this will be an active mode, active passive mode. Enable config sync, and peer IP address is 1.1.1, 1.1.1, and 2.2.1, and click on OK. And active passive test settings, so I will make it as a auto. Click on OK. Election settings, preempt not, I will not select the preemptive here. Okay, I will select the preemptive and heartbeat backup, and HA timing settings recommended. Now we will go to the control link. Control link interface will be a 1/4, and IP address is 1.1.1.2, and net mask is /24 snubnet mask, and node of gateway. Click on OK, and similarly we will configure the interface for HA1 backup, that is interface 1/5, and interface is 2.2.2.2, and net mask is 255.255.255.0. Click on OK, and HA2 interface is 1/6. Click on OK, and HA2 backup is ETH1/7. Click on OK. So now we will commit the changes. Click on OK, commit. So we'll check whether okay. In firewall 1 configuration committed successfully. Close this one and go to the dashboard and go to the wizards system and click on high availability. So here we can see that active, passive, active, unknown. So still the configuration is not committed, so it will show this one like this way. So meanwhile what I will do is I will create a rule for allowing the traffic from inside to outside. Go to the policy and click on rule, security rule, and you can mention inside to outside. Source is my inside, destination is my outside. Any application, any services action is should be allowed log at the first start session, and I will create a NAT rule. One NAT rule go to the for the internet purpose inside to original packet is coming from inside and hitting to the outside, and destination interface is 1/1. Service is any translated packet, so I will go with the dynamic and IP port, and interface address. Interface is my 1/1, that is my outside, and I have take this to 100.2. Click on OK. I have created. Then go to the network and go to the virtual router, and need to add a default route towards outside, static route. Click on add default route. Destination is anything, and interface is outside, that is outside interface, and IP address is what is my next hop. Next hop is 100.1, 192.168.100.1. Click on OK. Click on OK and commit the changes. Okay, go to the firewall 2 and I think go to the task. Okay, the commit got completed processing. So now we will go to the dashboard, wizards, system, high availability. Okay, so the active one is 238.80 and it's not synchronized yet. Go to the firewall 1 once the configuration is correct, so we will click on the synchronization, so automatically the configuration we will sync to the firewall 2 as well. So before that, now we will go to the inside interface, that is my this router. Okay, now I will try to ping the first firewall IP address 192.168.2.100. So I have the connectivity to the firewall interface, and now we will try to ping the it. So whether I have a internet connectivity. Okay, yes, I have the internet connectivity, so I am able to reach the Google DNS. Yes, I am able to resolve the IP as well. Why? Because I have already configured this interface, show IP interface be show running. Okay, I have already configured the DNS name server here, though, so that's why it is resolving. So now I am able to reach the IP address. So now go to the firewall one and go to the dashboard. Okay, so it's not yet synchronized. Click on this sync to peer. Are you sure you want to override the running configuration? HA peer the running configuration on this device. Click on yes. So wait for some times to sync the. Okay, now you can see the synchronization is in progress. So once it's complete, so in firewall 2 we will able to see the configurations of network and objects. Yeah, right now I can able to see all the three interfaces already synced up, but it's in down state. So let's wait for the complete sync up. Still it's in progress, synchronization is in progress. Okay, the synchronization is completed, and you can see the both the firewalls have the similar configurations, versions, and PAN OS versions, global product versions, HA. So that's what is saying as a match, and it's showing as H1 is up and running. And go to the dashboard, and here also you can see passive one is local, that is 238.230 is a passive one, and active is a peer one. Okay, so now what we will do is, now I will try to ping the Google ping repeat 10,000. Okay, and go to the firewall one and device high availability, go to the operational commands and suspend local. Okay, I will click on this one. So we're just making the firewall one as unavailable, and I should be able to reach the Google with from firewall to click on OK, and go to the command line. Now you can see there are two packets got dropped, and again I can able to reach the Google with the firewall 2. Now you can go to the firewall 2 and refresh this one. Now you can see the local is firewall 2 is active and suspended user 1. Now I will go to the firewall 1 and make local device functional again. Now you can see again the firewall 1 become active, and it will use the preemption. Now go to the firewall dashboard and click on synchronize. Yes, again it becomes an active one. Go to the firewall 2 and click on refresh. Yes, 238 active is local, and it becomes a passive one. Let me refresh it again. To make this active, so I need to suspend this device, then only it will become an active one. Suspend local device, click on OK, and now the firewall 1 will become an active one. It's suspended, and again the 238 dot, you can see active one is local, and go to this second valve 2 and click on refresh. Suspended by user, I will make it as a functional again, so make local as a functional. Go to the dashboard and click on refresh. So initially in suspended state, click on refresh. So now become a 238.18 becomes as an active, and it will be a passive one. So this is all about the active passive standby configuration. I hope this video has been informative for you, and I would like to say thank you for